Alright, so we're going to group them. These two go together. N squared plus 5n goes together. And then negative 10n and 50 is going to go together. But this middle sign here, it's got to be in between these two parentheses. What you've done is you have factored that negative sign out. Okay? So if you factor out a negative, this sign changes. So I now have plus 50. If it had been a plus sign, it would have turned into a minus sign because you factor out a negative. That makes no sense at all. If you have a negative sign right here, change whatever this sign was. Okay? There's the non-mathy way. If this is a minus, change that. So now my stuff is grouped. So we're going to pull out common factors. What does n squared and 5n have in common? N. Okay, so we'll take out an n. So then I'm left with n plus 5. Minus. What does 10n and 50 have in common? 10. So we take out a 10, and again we're left with n plus 5. My two parentheses there match. When they match, you know you factored right. If they don't match, you've screwed up. Go back and figure out where you screwed up at. Okay? The stuff that I factored out, the n and the minus 10, that's going to turn in to a set of parentheses. Then the stuff in my parentheses also turns into a set of parentheses. And so we had n minus 10 times n plus 5 up here, n minus 10 times n plus 5 down there. We got the same thing, thus we're doing it right. The third way that you can do this is to do the box. So same problem, n squared minus 5n minus 50. This is just like factor by grouping, it just looks a little bit different. So I'm going to start out by drawing a big X. Okay? So I'm going to multiply n squared and negative 50 together. So I have negative 50 n squared. And then my middle term there, negative 5n, is going to go down here. So now I need two numbers that multiply to negative 50 and add to negative 5. Same numbers as we've used before. So I have negative 10n and 5n. That's the first part. Now we're going to plug stuff into the box. So here's my box. This box and this box, that's what your A and your C goes in. So here I have n squared, down here I have negative 50. That's my A and my C. These other two boxes are the numbers that we wrote up here. So in one of them I'm going to put negative 10n, in the other one I'm going to put 5n. So what does n squared and 5n have in common? N. Okay, so I'm going to put an n over here. Now, this box is negative, this box is positive. Okay? And I know that because this is a negative 10 and this is a positive 5. That's important because if this box is negative, I'm going to factor out a negative. If this box is positive, I'm going to factor out a positive. Okay? So you factor out the sign of that box. So 10n and 50 have what in common? 10. This box is negative, so I have negative 10. So is this box positive or negative? Positive. Positive, okay. So what do n squared and negative 10n have in common? N. So we're going to put an n up here. Is this box positive or negative? Positive. Positive. So what do 5n and negative 50 have in common? 5. So there we have the same thing again. So you got three different ways. What do you think?